So in the garden, we have all these potatoes are pulled out. I got about a bucket, probably about a half a bucket full. I should have done a video harvesting those, but I did not. So a good bit of these tomatoes are getting pretty big. And there's some cherry tomatoes over here. And I have my first couple that are starting to turn red. You can just barely see them. So I'm excited about those. It's a big one there. And then we got out here yesterday and got a little bit of maintenance done because I needed it pretty bad. You can see where we weeded it, where we didn't. That's how tall it was all the way around. So we needed to get out here pretty bad and get that up. But we have a new addition. We got the arch up finally, one of them. Now eventually there'll be another one here and another 2 set of boxes here with an arch. So it'll be all the way down, and then over there same thing. And then we'll have boxes down the middle. Pulled out some of the corn. It didn't do well. I don't know if it was the seeds I got before I was educated in getting heirlooms, or... Now if this helps you with looking at the size, so that arch is probably about maybe 7 foot. There's the evening sunflower compared to it. It's massive, and it's got bees on it, and there's little flowers starting all over it. So like there's little ones, and then up here is the big one. Look how pretty. It's got a little bumblebee on it. And then my pepper plants are down here, the ones that I've planted. That's a habanero. Those two are jalapeno, and that's a peppercini. They're not doing too great. I don't know if it's because this squash that I thought was vining and realized was bush is just kind of sucking the life out of them, or they're not getting enough sun, or I don't really know. This part is exciting though. We have melons everywhere. So this is the difference between a cantaloupe leaf and a watermelon leaf. I have a little baby watermelon. Here's another one there. That's a cantaloupe actually, I lied, I'm sorry. And then there's baby ones just everywhere. Let me find some, hang on. There's a little one. And there's a couple more. These flowers are absolutely beautiful. Like, just look at that. Those cosmos are just so pretty. The purple. Those are single sensation cosmos. Back on the back side, this actually worked really well because this is a lot of the lettuce and stuff. So obviously you see my lettuce is huge. It's the only one that made it, and you see it's getting ready to go to seed, which means that the seeds are it's gonna flower and take off. The rest of these are Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli. I don't know if they'll make it, we'll see. That little one down there is kale. I have some on my back porch that are doing really well, but those ones aren't doing so great. I don't know if it was direct sun on them or what. These ones are the tomatoes. I came through and I pruned these yesterday. Now I've showed this before, but you see this is the main stalk and this is the side shoot. This is what's called a sucker. You just take that little thing out. Here's another one right there. You can see it, you just pick it out. And that helps the plant to grow up. And then this trellis is 2 feet off and it's 4 foot, so it's 6 foot total. And you see they're taller than the trellis because of that. But there's tomatoes at the top that are gonna grow, so that's cool. So yeah, I came through yesterday and pruned these real good. Just trying to get some tomato growth from them. The borage is doing well. I don't remember if this is the blue or the white, but whatever. I think this is the blue color. These zinnias are just beautiful. You see how pretty they are. There's all sorts of colors. This is the semi-dwarf Pumila, P-U-M-I-L-A zinnias. And I have some sweet alyssum. All the cherry tomatoes. There's just tons of them. And then these are just some cut flowers that were down there. I'm not really sure what they are, but they're pretty. Some more borage. This is the white. These over here are more melons. You can see how tall that vine's gotten. And they'll just climb it. They'll continue to climb it. I may have to encourage them a little bit, like this one. I'll probably have to encourage once you get a little taller. But I'll be able to do that, and you can see all the little melons starting to form. And then on the back side, I have 3 eggplants. 2, 3. That's a California sun pepper. I cut off the sunflowers that were dead. I left them, the stalks up, because I had another little one here and one that was starting to form down here. You can see that. I don't know if it's going to focus. Anyways, right there. And then there's another little sunflower that's going to open up right here. These ones, same thing. The lemon heads, I just deadheaded the ones that were expired. But these things have really, like the evening sun and the firecatcher and the lemon are probably one of my favorite, like so far those are my favorites just because of the fact that they have several flowers on them. I mean, you see that there's so many more. All those little spots are where flowers will grow. So I thought that's cool. My marigolds started growing really well. See how pretty they are. This lemon drop is right there. These are the Cracker Jack, I believe. My bush beans. I've pulled most of them out. I'm gonna get some more stuff done in there. And then I have my Kentucky Wonder Beans, which have been riddled with Japanese beetles. They love these. I mean, you can just see they've eaten holes in the leaves. And that's with neem oil, that's with spraying with essential oils. They just like them. So they've not touched anything else, which is pretty cool, but here's what it is. And then the peas. So just kind of like a distance view of that trellis. It's just really pretty. Even with all the damage, they're just massive. So I like that. The PTP is pretty much almost done. There's still some new growth on it a little bit. So I'll leave it up here for a little bit longer, and you can still see there's some peas. These are all flowers. I don't remember what kind they were because they were ones that were mixed up, so we'll see. And then the Mammoth Russian sunflowers, again, a variety of sunflower seed that I got, hoping they were going to be bigger because they're supposed to be 12 foot. I don't think that they were correctly marked, but they're still pretty. That one's just opening. And then my corn is starting to form on my Silver Queen. I'm hoping it does a lot better than my other one, because the Golden Beauty did not harvest well. And then over in the side here, we have a bird house gourd. There was a little sprout somewhere. Let me find it. This is one of the parts we need to weed eat. Here it is. You can see this little tiny birdhouse gourd starting to form. And then there's flowers all the way down it. The grass is really tall here, so it just kind of gets tangled. Over here is all of the tomatoes that were extra that I planted. I need to get out here and water every bit of them. But there's 35 tomato plants here. Some of them are doing okay. Some of them are not. I waited too long to do anything with them, really. So you see where some of them are growing at the top and some of them just aren't. If I get a harvest from them, I get a harvest. If I don't, I don't. I'm okay with it either way. But, yeah.